Hello, hello, my beautiful friends. Okay, I had something happen today that literally has like never happened in my whole life. Because I am one of those people who I love to talk. I love to share. I am always reading, so I always have things to share. I like to live by inspiration and I like to pray for like, what are the things that my people need to hear? And 99.999999999% of the time, something comes to my mind. And I'm like, oh yeah, I could totally share that. I could totally talk about that. You guys, I have been racking my brain all day today. And I'm like, I don't know what to share. And sometimes when I have that happen, sometimes the spirit whispers to me, it's because you're not supposed to share anything. It's because you're supposed to ask questions and you're supposed to see what they need instead. So today's nutrition bootcamp call is going to look a little different. I'm not going to share anything at the beginning. I just want to hear from you guys. I want to hear what you're doing well at, what you're proud of yourself for, maybe a question you have, something you're struggling with, something you need help with. And we can just kind of take it as it goes. I have zero plans for this. This might totally flop, or it might be the greatest call ever. Who knows, right? So I want to hear from you guys. And I want you to start with a celebration. What are you proud of yourself for? And then if you have a question or you're like, oh my gosh, I really need help in this specific area, I'm going to turn the time over to you and then we can just chat about it. Cool. So anybody have a burning like celebration, question, anything they want to chat about? And if not, this will be a really, really short nutrition bootcamp call. Looks like Jess is trying to unmute herself. Maybe. You go, girl.
Me or Jess?
Jess first, and then we'll go with Brenda. I can't hear you. You're not muted. I don't know.
Is that?
Yes, now I can hear you.
My headphone went through the wash.
Oh.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, something I'm proud of. Well, first, I didn't gain any weight over Christmas, and I hit 21 pounds lost since I started Beachbody last week, and I lost another pound this week. So I'm doing okay with my nutrition. I'm really proud of that. And with workouts too. I'm having trouble getting my water in every day, and I don't know why.
Okay, I love it. I love it. So a couple questions for you. Do you, one, I know it sounds so simple. Do you have a water bottle with a straw?
Yes.
You do? Okay. Because that is like always my number one tip. Like get a water bottle with a straw. It helps so much. Is it like a flavor thing? Like I just don't really like the taste of water. Is it like honestly, I'm just forgetting? Is it I'm drinking it, but I don't really know how much, honestly.
That's probably it. It's I'm drinking. I know I'm getting my 16 ounces before meals, but after that, I forget to track or whatever.
Okay, I love it. So I'll share the things that have worked for me. And if anyone else has any ideas or suggestions, please, please, please feel free to unmute yourself and share all the things. So honestly, it's not sexy in any way, shape, or form. But the thing that really helped me was getting my giant, huge, humongous water bottle. And it feels like another child, right? And I just got it on Amazon. It was like 20 bucks, but it made it so I don't have to keep track of how much I've had. And I don't have to, I mean, there's so many apps. There's like, apps to use, or there's water bottles that you can buy that are kind of expensive that like have a light and like an alarm, like, hey, drink me, like whatever. I've heard of like getting 3 different water bottles and just, okay, you drink all 3 of these every single day. Drink 1, drink 2, drink 3, or whatever, however much your body needs, right? I've also heard of like, if you love this same one water bottle, I'll just stick with 3, But if you need to have it 3 times in a day, put 3 hair ties on it. And once you drink it once, take off the first hair tie. And once you drink it the second time, take off the second hair tie. Once you drink it the third time, take off the third hair tie, right? Like I've heard all these little silly suggestions, but for me, I need 1 water bottle. I fill it up at night. I stick it in the fridge all night long. I drink it in the morning, and it has time markers from 7 a.m. until 9 p.m. with like motivational, like, you're almost there, you did it, you can do it, you're great, whatever type stuff. But it literally it's 16 ounces every 2 hours. And by the end of the day, you drink a gallon of water. And if you don't need that much water, there's a lot of times that, let's be real, I would use it as like my family's canteen. And I would totally let my kids steal a sip or 2 or 3 or 17, depending on the day. And we would drink it together. But it would give me a good gauge of how much did I drink today? And if it's 5 p.m. and it's still at the like 9 a.m. marker, I know very clearly, okay, I got to step up my game, right? And it's just 1 water bottle that I don't have to keep the hair ties and the apps and all the things. I just need to drink this 1 water bottle all day long. So that is what I have found that really works for me when it comes to that. Does anyone else have any other thoughts or suggestions when it comes to getting your water in and remembering to get it in?
What I've been doing is I get the water bottle with the straw that Brenton suggested, but whenever I think about it, I take a quick sip. So I'm constantly like reminding myself, or if I do an activity like, oh, I need to take a sip of water. And so it feels like I'm taking sips of water all day, but that's how I've been getting through my water, is just, I don't know, reminding myself, take a sip of water, take a sip of water. And it just becomes habit kind of after that.
I love that. I love that. And it's so funny, like when we go to anything health related, 95% of the people there have a water bottle with them. So maybe it's not that giant, 6th child for you, Jess, but maybe it is like, I just really like this water bottle and I think it's a dang cute, right? And just literally like, it's like your phone and not going anywhere without it. So that really, I mean, for me, I haven't had soda in like 12 years now. I kind of lose track. I don't know, a long time. And water is like always 100% what I drink, besides the supplements that I do before workouts and after workouts and Shakeology, right? But other than that, like water, that's all I drink. And so really just like, I bring this sucker with me everywhere. I bring my keys with me. I bring my wallet with me. I bring my phone with me. I bring my children with me most of the time. I bring my water bottle with me, and just making it that habit of, and that's another reason why I love to have a straw, because girlfriend, I know you have a long drive when you take your kids in the car, right? And so if you can sneak in a whole bunch of water on your drive and it's not like a hazard, right? Because and that's one of the things I do love about that honking water bottle. It's because I can fit it in between my legs and the straw is giant. So I can literally just like have it there and like just absentmindedly sip while I drive, right? And I don't have to try to muscle it up or whatever. It's heavy enough that it just will stay where it is. So, and if you don't love the like 1 gallon one, they do have a half gallon one. So you would have to drink it twice or whatever your goal is. But that's my thoughts, suggestions. Jess, does that help? Are you kind of like, meh, don't really want that? Yeah, good. Okay, cool. All right, my friends. For those of you who may have jumped on late, we're doing something a little different today because I was racking my brain, couldn't think of anything to share. So I just want to open it up to you guys. 1, I want to hear a celebration that you're like super proud of yourself for. And 2, just any questions, pick my brain, pick each other's brains. This is your time. Cool. Okay, Brenda, you go, girl.
Okay, so a win is number 1. Being on the call today. Woo! And that's only because I'm working from home. Because I have a child that is in quarantine as a precaution, but gets to go back to school tomorrow because New York State reduced it to 5 days now. So that's my win for today. Struggling with water, but that's because I'm in New York State and it's cold. So I always struggle in the wintertime when it comes to water. But I have my gallon size water and I have my hydrate water bottle, and this is 32 ounces. So I just need to drink 4 of them. Other than that, and consistent with keeping my tracker updated in 2B Mindset. I'm so excited.
Good for you, girlfriend. That seriously is a win. It really is. So for you, is it like with your water, are any of the things that I shared already, is that like applicable to you, or is it more of like a taste thing? It's more of like, I just don't want it because I'm freezing already. What is it for you?
No, a lot of it is because I tend to like not think about it. I get busy, so I don't even think about it. So it doesn't register that, hey, you need to drink water, or hey, you're thirsty. So I know 9 times out of 10, like if I go into the kitchen and I think that I'm hungry when technically I'm not, I'm thirsty. And that's when I go grab my water bottle. I'm like, we don't need that. We need water. So
are you good already at 16 ounces before eating anything? Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So it's just the like in between moments. Yeah. I mean, I am a huge advocate for alarms. I get made fun of all the time when I go on vacation. People are like, what in the heck is happening to your phone right now? I'm like, oh, this is my everyday life. Like I literally have so many alarms for everything, because to-do lists don't do it for me anymore. I need like a blaring sound to remind me of the thing I need to accomplish, right? So I mean, if that's something that would help you, like girlfriend, alarms, right? And literally just like 3 o'clock, noon, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, whatever. Not 3 o'clock in the morning. Please don't do that to yourself. I meant 6 o'clock, like 6 o'clock, 9, noon, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9, whatever, whenever you're going to bed. But just like every 3 hours ish, just drink water, drink water, drink water, drink water, right? So that it stays in the forefront of your mind, because water, more weight loss, right? That's what Alana says. I love it. Okay, well, good job, girlfriend. Tracking is huge, and I'm so happy to see you on here. Okay, anybody else, my friends? I want to hear from you. Celebration, questions, concerns, thoughts, struggles. I can share one while you guys are thinking. But you guys, I've been like, so To Be Pregnant came out today, right? And I've been like so freaking stoked for it. And I was telling Blake, like, but it better be different. It better be different than To Be Mindset, because if it's just water first, veggies most, like I'm gonna have a really hard time, because vegetables just like don't sound good right now, right? And guess what? Guess what it is? I knew it in my heart of hearts. It's Alana. It's the same. I mean, it's not the same. It's different in like, you get more snacks. She has a million recipes that are like, oh my gosh, crave worthy, but like plated is the same. The food lists are the same. The 2 bunnies are the same, right? And so this morning I was like a little grumpy. I was like, like vegetables are hard to eat when you're pregnant. And I've been doing a little bit of, not like as intentional as I could be, but I've been doing just some thinking and processing around it of like, okay, why am I so mad that like I need to eat healthy while I'm pregnant? And I was watching, there was a Q&A on Body today. And she just talks about very briefly of a lot of pregnant people have this mindset, right? Of like, I'm just going to eat whatever I want because I'm pregnant. And I know as soon as I'm done, I'll lose it and it'll be great and it'll be fine. Right. And 100%, that has been the last 3 pregnancies for me. And this has been the first time really that I've been like, I really want to try. I'm still trying. I'm still trying. I'm still trying. I'm still trying. I'm still gaining weight, but I'm still trying. I'm still trying. I'm still trying. Right. And even just today already, like just trying to be more intentional with like, okay, I know I can do better. Like, I know I can clean up my nutrition, and I'm using pregnancy as an excuse, but really, I'm not in my first trimester anymore, and vegetables don't sound as gag worthy as they used to. And there are absolutely ways to make them taste delicious. And when I have a bowl of cauliflower rice with Alfredo sauce, which is what I had for lunch, it is absolutely delightful and delicious. Does it take a little bit more energy? Yes. Does it take a little bit more effort? Yes. But I can still absolutely do it, right? And so that has been something that has been going through my mind a lot today. Just that thought work around like, why am I mad that I need to eat healthy, right? And why am I mad about, I know these good habits that need to happen. So let's do it, right? So I feel, it's only day 1, but I have eaten really well today, and I'm excited to see what happens over the next 6 months that I still have left, right? Well, I guess like 5.5, but, anyways, just sometimes identifying those thoughts can be really super powerful. So I'm learning that myself right this very second. So, hey, anybody else? Wins, questions, struggles, thoughts? Paige, you go, girl. Are you going to share something?
Sorry, I just tuned in, so I didn't really hear what we're sharing.
No, you're good. We're just sharing a win that you've been having, nutrition-wise, fitness-wise, mindset-wise. And then if you have a question, just feel free to pick my brain, pick each other's brains. Any thoughts?
Yeah. I have my win has been I've been exercising really consistently, and I felt so good about it. Like, I'm excited to keep exercising. It makes me feel good, so I want to keep doing it. And something I'm struggling with that I feel like I could use some ideas is more like, how do you keep, or like, what are some good healthy snacks that you keep on hand? Because sometimes I just have like a quick second and want to grab something, but then I don't want to reach for like the graham crackers. You know what I mean?
Totally, 100%. Okay, so I'll share some of my favorites, and then if anybody else wants to unmute and share theirs too, I'm sure all the good ideas would be so great. So I know for me and my family, our go-tos 100% are string cheese. It's a really great protein, right? According to Alana, according to Autumn, it's a blue, but string cheese is like, I have at least 1, if not 2, every single day. I also love to have deli meat on hand, and just if you do nitrate free. So Boar's Head is the brand that we get. Smith's sells it, if Smith's is a store that's local to you in your area. But so Boar's Head deli meat is nitrate free, and I love it. So we'll get like 1 to 2 pounds every single week. And I'll just have, I've seen people have it like in a lettuce wrap, and they like put deli meat or whatever. Me personally, it's kind of weird, but my girl Steph knows this about me. I love to have a piece of deli meat, and I like rip up a piece of string cheese and put it in my deli meat, and then like I do a little mustard, and then I roll it up, and it's like a deli meat cheese stick mustard. It's like a bread-free sandwich, right? And according to the containers, which I did containers for like 3 years before 2B Mindset came out. So a lot of my like serving sizes still stem from my background knowledge in containers. So I know that 6 slices of deli meat is 1 serving of protein. And so I'll almost always get out 3 or 6 pieces of deli meat with 1 string cheese and then my mustard, and I'll like just do those little roll up things. And then protein is honestly like my favorite snack personally. I love to hard boil eggs and then just like cut them up and then sprinkle some sea salt on them. And that's like fabulous and fast and delicious. I also like fruit, obviously, like grab and go apples, bananas, pears, clementines, strawberries, blackberries, blueberries, raspberries. And I used to have a weird mindset around berries because they're expensive for just like a tiny little carton. But then I remembered that I love them, and that's reason enough to buy them because I am worth buying healthy foods that I love, right? So yeah, any berries, Greek yogurt, like I love the Oikos Greek yogurt. It's the black kind because there's like no added sugar, no added crap. And I just like to get vanilla Greek yogurt. I'm very plain that way, but there's a whole bunch of really great flavors. And then like throwing in fruit and a beach bar, like crumbled beach bar on top of it. And it's like a fruit and yogurt parfait with beach bar on top. Beach bars are a really great snack that I go to every morning before my workout. And then salad kits, if I'm like, I need veggies, salad kits are definitely go to, and like the frozen bags of veggies. They have ones at Smith's that there's like a couple different brands. I know one is Green Giant and one is called like Steamables or something like that. But you don't have to empty the bag into a container and add water. Lazy over here, it's fine. But you can literally just throw the bag in. 5 minutes later, it's steamed in the bag. You rip it, put it in a bowl, it's done. And then I'll add just, salt, pepper, cheese, garlic powder, hot sauce sometimes, whatever. And then I'll just I like to have cauliflower that way. I like to have broccoli that way. I like to have green beans that way. If you're new to nutrition, which Paige, I know you're not, but just in case anyone else on here is, listening for good ideas, technically corn is not a vegetable. It's a fiber-filled carb because of the nutrients in it. It doesn't count as a vegetable. And same with peas. Peas are actually a fiber-filled carb as well, instead of a vegetable. So, but yeah, broccoli, cauliflower, and green beans are my favorite go-to for like the frozen, and cauliflower rice with anything really. Sometimes it's just it's lovely. I love that stuff. So those are some of my favorite, like fast, easy, quick. I also love wheat thins. I know that's a carb, but sun-dried tomato and basil wheat thins with a string cheese. Again, it's like one of my guilty pleasures. And honestly, graham crackers are one of those things that sometimes I do grab and go because they're sweet, but not too sweet. And I'll just have 2, which is a serving size in the containers. And I know she used that as a treat swap in 80-day obsession. So it's technically a treat to have graham crackers, but To Be Mindset doesn't think that way. So sometimes if I'm like, I just really need a sweet thing, and graham crackers give me that sweet thing without being a donut or a cookie or whatever, sometimes I will grab those graham crackers and stuff. So yeah, those are some of my favorite snacks to have on hand. And then nuts too. Barbecue pistachios are kind of the devil. They're so good, but it's kind of hard to stop. So yeah, pistachios are my favorite. And yeah, anybody else though want to share some of their favorite snacks? Yeah, Steph, go.
Okay, I'm gonna have to really look into these barbecue pistachio things. That definitely piqued my interest. Nothing really to add because that list was awesome. The only thing I would say is just to make sure, like with snacking stuff, go to the To Be Mindset program and look up the Plate It for snacks, because I love that she teaches you like, okay, you're hungry, you're in the mood, but let's get the right snack. Like let's not just eat something to eat something because we're a little bit hungry between meals. Like what's the purpose behind it? So say like you're just feeling like tired, you need, okay, you need a little bit more fiber-filled carbs. It's gonna get you a little bit. Okay, so go for more of a carb snack. If you're like really hungry between meals, okay, we'll just put some more veggies in there instead, so you're not filling up with anything too dense. Or I don't know, she just teaches you like the difference of like when to go for more of a protein, when to go for more of like the carb, and when to go for more of the fruits and veggie, or well, carb would be the fruits with the veggies. So I love that, just for education on knowing that you're getting the right snack to hold you over between meals. Like maybe you're doing something interactive afterwards, you're going out bowling or ice skating or whatever. So you're gonna probably want a bigger snack. Okay, so have something that's more protein and veggie, like so more that'll stay with you to your next meal. Anyway, I really love that. And the only thing that I will add, I got these out of my pantry because I love them. Okay, it's these, they're called Booja, I think is the brand name, Bhuja. They're crunchy seasoned peas. These things are the devil for me. Oh my gosh, they're so good. And I don't know, like it's nice, like get that popcorn feel, right? When you're snacking in on something. I love these. I found these when we were in Florida at their supermarket store. I can't even think of what it's called. And yeah, that's them. That's when I found them. And I haven't been able to find them here, more on the West Coast, but Amazon has these. And so I totally grabbed them. I love just a handful of, they're peas, like they're just dry. It's like corn nuts, but not as hard. Like you don't feel like you're gonna break your teeth. So good.
Yeah, I can second that. She let me try some and I was like, oh my gosh, those are good. Those are really, really good. And then obviously one thing that I forgot to say, and Steph reminded me because she's drinking it right now, is Shakeology, right? That is definitely my like go-to snack, especially around this afternoon time. I'm gonna make mine right after we get off this call, because this is when I get like the munchies and all the things. Or I love to have it like while I'm making dinner so that I don't eat too much dinner, or absentmindedly munch on stuff while I'm making dinner and like ravenous and starving. So yeah, Jess Levitt said mini cucumbers are great too. Yeah, any of those types of things. Obviously like baby carrots, mini cucumbers, normal cucumbers, mini bell peppers are great. Blake and I love to have a sour cream tub dedicated to dip, and we like put a ranch packet in it, or two, depending on how big the sour cream thing is. And it's so nice to just like, okay, I'm gonna grab a couple baby carrots, I'm gonna grab this dip out of my pan or out of my fridge, and then I can, because dip makes every vegetable better. Can we just agree on that? So yeah, that's another one of my like with what Steph is talking about too, with what's the purpose, like, and what snack do you need in there? And that's actually one of the things, because I'm totally a snacker. And so with To Be Pregnant, that's one of the biggest differences that I found so far, is because in normal To Be mindset, she calls them snacktionals, right? That snacks are optional. But I've always been a snacker, and I've always been like I get like 4 to 6 meals every single day. And in To Be Pregnant, she talks about like, okay, your morning snack should be this. And it's exactly what Steph is talking about, like, because this is the purpose behind it. And your afternoon snack should be this. And your evening snack should be this. So honestly, I think I'm going to apply that even when I'm not pregnant, because I'm a snacker, right? But yeah, she talks about your morning snack should be more filled with protein, and your afternoon snack should be more filled with vegetables to tide you over in like a healthy way. And then your evening snack can be like a healthy FFC sweet treat that way, so that you're, not reaching for the cookies and stuff, but instead you're reaching for this FFC. And she shares like a whole bunch of awesome recipes for like cookie dough bites and these like cheesecake frosting bar things. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna try all of these. So even if you're not pregnant, I know my sister is like, we are totally done having children, but I'm still buying it for $30 because I want the recipes. So yeah, if you do want it, it's $40 as a customer, $30 as a preferred customer or as a coach. So yeah, I'm so here for the recipes. So yeah, just wanted to second that as well. So Paige, is that helpful? I know your camera's off now, but if you can.
Yes, I love all those ideas. Thank you. I was like writing them down. That's why my camera's off. So thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Also, Steph, I really loved like thinking about being intentional with your snacks. Like what time of day is it? why am I hungry? When am I going to eat next? Those things are really helpful too. Thank you.
Yeah, amen. And I love the concept of water first with To Be Mindset, just because it really does help me take a second to figure out why I'm about to snack or why I'm about to eat something, because 90% of the time it's habitual for me and I'm just bored or I'm stressed or I'm procrastinating, right? But if I really make myself, like all my water friends, if I really make myself like, no, I need to drink 16 ounces of water before I even have a snack, then it really causes me to like, okay, while I'm drinking this water, why am I about to eat? Am I bored? Am I stressed? Am I procrastinating? Am I actually hungry? Okay, I'm actually hungry. Okay, so now what do I need to reach for? Right? So I love that. I love that. I love it. Okay. Anybody else? Blake said in the chat he has something. So Malovsky, can you share with us? I know you're in the middle of taking down people's Christmas lights.
Yeah, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
So for me, so I started 6 weeks of the work last week, and wanted to be a lot better at nutrition side of things. I was just talking to you, obviously, and telling you that I have since Thanksgiving, I have gained almost 10 pounds since Thanksgiving. And I was telling Bryn, I don't feel like I've changed my eating habits that much. Like I still, try to eat veggies most. But Bryn was like, and anyway, we just had a conversation about, no, like your eating habits have changed. Like anyway, the win was for this week. Like I was a lot better at tracking my food and seeing that, yes, while I compared to like a year ago, I am eating a lot better. There's still a lot I can improve on. So anyway, so tracking was a win, but then I guess that's kind of leads into what's been a struggle, I feel like, for a while for me is like weekends and trying to finding the care in, like, how do I care on the weekends after like expending so much, well, I don't know what to call it, but just like emotional energy trying to be good on the weekdays, and then on the weekends when you're kind of emotionally done, I just feel like my habits kind of go out the window on Saturday and Sunday. So there's that. And I feel like I've always struggled with dinner and done. So weekends and dinner and done. What do you guys, anything that works for y'all?
Yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts too, because I honestly, we were on a different call this morning and my girl Laura was like, I'm so proud of myself. Like I stuck to the containers for 5 days in a row. And I was like, oh my gosh, she did it over the weekend. I think I legit have had like one clean weekend. And there's a reason Blake and I are like married, like sometimes you have the same struggles and stuff. And when one person gets good at something, the other person influences the other person to be good at it too. Yeah, no, we both struggle on the weekends and we both suck at dinner and done. So I don't really feel like I can give Blake any advice on this. Otherwise, after 10 years of marriage, we probably would have already fixed it. So Laura, my friend, I'm going to call on you and I want to hear how you did it this last weekend.
Okay, so the number one thing has been drinking a gallon of water, because truly it makes all the difference in like feeling full. Like and drinking most of it earlier in the day. Like I'm getting my water in, like almost all of it in, like before lunchtime.
You're getting a gallon before lunch.
Not the whole gallon, but like I'm getting, I have like the big gallon water. Well, it's in the other room right now, but I'm like drinking, I don't know the measurements on it, but down to like the line that has like 3 p.m. Like if I get to there like at or around lunchtime, like that seems to be like the trick for me. I mean, I'm not saying this will like help anybody else, but just sharing what's helped me. So that's one thing. Having my eating more for lunch has also helped me, like, because I follow Portion Fix. So in the past, I pretty much eat the same thing for breakfast all the time. I have like greens, eggs, salsa, toast with butter every day, pretty much. Then I would be like around like 10:30, 11, I would be like, okay, I'm starting to get hungry for lunch. And I would have my shake and then maybe like a fruit. Well, then like an hour later, I would be hungry again. And then I would like eat and then like, and just, it would like kind of just end up being snacking all afternoon. Even if I tracked it, I was not being very mindful of like when I was eating what. Does that make sense? So like, so today, for example, like I made my shake for lunch. I had like nothing crazy fancy. I just had a fruit. I had blueberries, carrots, hummus, some pita chips for my carb. And I made my shake, which I made it with frozen cauliflower and almond milk. So for my containers, that was like 2 veggies, a fruit, protein, a carb, a blue, and a tablespoon, right? And so like eating more. And one thing that helped, if anybody hasn't listened to it yet, was Micah's podcast from not this week. Was it last week or the week before? I can't remember which one it was, but I think it was 2 episodes ago. But it was all about nutrition and like finding the thing that works for me or for you. And just because like something works for somebody else doesn't mean it's going to work for you. And that's something personally I've struggled with, because I don't want to say most everybody on this call, but I feel like a lot of people, like I know Bren and Steph and Ashley are like all about 2B mindset. And I really struggle because I was like, several times I have been like, I want to do 2B mindset because everybody else had so much success with it. And I just can't, like, it just doesn't work for me. I just can't, as much as I try, like, it's just not for me, I guess. But, so I would just say that too, like, just as an overall statement, like, make sure, like, you are doing what works for you. As far as the dinner and done thing, honestly, we've just been going to bed earlier and that really helps. I mean, like, we're not like, if we stay up late, like that's when I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna go like snack and like, have some chocolate or, some popcorn or something like that. So, and of course, then I just feel better all around because I'm getting more sleep. So I don't know if that helps at all, but.
I think that totally helps. And honestly, that was 100% something that I noticed during Ultimate Reset, because like dinner and done is like, no, like you do it, like you have to. And it was totally one of those like, okay, like I can't even have Crystal Light. I can't even have gum. I can't even have like anything that I would have normally had to like trick myself out of like being hungry. And so it was 100% like, okay, then just go to bed. Just go to bed.
Yeah. And I will say, and I put this in the chat too, but in the afternoons when I'm just because out of habit, like that's when I want to snack. And it's like 100%, I'm not really hungry. I just want to like the snack for some reason. I don't know. It's like a trigger, I think. Like it's 3:00 and need a snack. Like, no, I don't really need a snack. But so I've been doing my greens and bevy in the after, like between 3 and 4. And that's
and when you say greens, you're talking about power greens, right?
yeah, a scoop of power greens and a stick of bevy mixed together.
Okay. Cool.
And then also I will do like a herbal tea or something at night. Like if I do stay up later, just to have like something, to sip on or whatever. So
I love that. And one thing Steph said in the chat, which I love, she said, I've been super dialed in my nutrition for a good 3 weeks now. And it's literally because I have decided nutrition is a non-negotiable because of the way it makes me feel. And I love that. I love that so much. And I was on a nutrition bootcamp call with my coach earlier today, and she talked all about how like she's decided to go gluten-free. And she's been so nervous to do it because she was basically just worried about what other people would think. And she's worried about like going to in-laws houses and going to friends houses and whatever, saying that she's gluten-free now on social media or whatever. Like she was just worried about the opinions of others. But when she really stopped to like think, okay, but how do I feel? Like, am I literally living my life and feeling like crap every day just because I'm worried about what other people are going to think? Or am I going to be true to myself and what I know makes me feel good because I know it makes me feel good? And Laura basically just said the same thing. Like, I'm going to stick to the containers, even though I see all these other people doing this other thing. That's not what makes me feel good. This is what I'm going to stick to because this makes me feel good. And I know my girl, Jessie, she doesn't do 2B mindset or ultimate portion fix. She likes time nutrition because that's what makes her feel good. And I'm sure she uses little principles and things that she's learned from both of those programs, but she technically doesn't follow either, right? And I think that's fine too. And Jess Levitt said in the chat, having a plan over the weekend helps me stay on track. And I would second that. Like the one thing I know for me personally that helps me stick to actually what we planned for dinner on the weekends is to make it simple. If I like plan something like a new recipe we've never tried before, it sounds really delicious, but it's also something I've never made before. It's kind of complex. We're going to need all these new ingredients, whatever. If it's something for whatever reason, no matter how delicious it sounds, I have learned for myself that if it's a new recipe come Saturday night, I don't want to make it. I don't know what it is, just lazy, burned out from the week. I'm tired, whatever. I don't know. But Saturday and Sunday need to be meals I have made a million times and they're easy and they're delicious and my whole family loves them. Right. So like last night, Sunday, we never like eat out because it's part of our faith. Right. But last night I made my homemade Alfredo sauce with spaghetti squash and it was delightful, had broccoli with it. My kids literally fought over who wanted this. I found this like giant piece of broccoli and they like had a competition to get the big broccoli. Anyways, but it was great, right? Saturday we were going to make something delicious, but I didn't really feel like it. And Blake suggested pizza and guess what? We had pizza and it was delicious and it was delightful and I didn't feel guilty about it at all because that's a 2B mindset thing, right? I didn't feel guilty about it. And we had salad first, right? So there's still little things that we did make good choices. We still had Shakeology that day. We had a salad before we had our pizza and whatever. And honestly, that's one more thing that I want to add to Blake, to myself, to anyone who needs to hear it. Sometimes I personally think it's okay to have a day or two that you are a little bit lazier, not lazier, but intentionally enjoying some things that maybe you don't have on other days, right? And I know Shanti, one of the trainers, says it in his book, T is for Transformation, but he really lives by the 85-15 rule. That 85% of the time he's eating super dang clean, and the other 15% of the time he is having a donut because he wants a donut, right? And I really truly feel like that if we're adopting the mindset of this is my lifestyle and this is not a diet, it's totally okay to, you know what, I'm so freaking awesome Monday through Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday, I still have my Shakeology, I still have my salad kits, I still have my healthy breakfast of eggs and salsa and greens and toast with butter that Laura said, you know, but for dinner, I do have a slice of pizza or two. Or for breakfast on Sunday morning, I do have some German pancakes or French toast with my family because it's Sunday morning, right? Or whatever. I think that's okay too, right? I think it's okay. To sometimes it's only when it crosses over to that, well, I've already had one, so I might as well have two or three, or I already had a crappy breakfast, so I might as well have a crappy lunch, and I might as well have a crappy dinner, and I might as well snack all day, and I might as well, whatever. Like allowing yourself those intentional things and enjoying them is absolutely okay. I might as well have a whole bunch of crap because I've already eaten a whole bunch of crap. That's when it turns dangerous, right? So, just wanted to put that 2 cents in there. So does that help, my love? Any other thoughts anyone wants to share?
Yeah, it's helpful, but I mean, I think it's more of a mindset thing. Just the caring part, you know, like, I don't know. I'm not sure what it is about the weekends or what my routine on weekends or whatever, but it's just like, I just wish I cared more on the weekends.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Just like right now, I don't. So anyway, I don't know that there's I wish I had. I just need to figure out what does work for me, but I don't know what works for me yet. So I guess I just gotta try harder. And that's the cop-out answer, right? But I don't know.
Sometimes I think it's not just about trying harder, it's about trying different too. Not necessarily harder, but just maybe try something new, try something else. And I don't know, this isn't just for Blake, but I know one thing about my dear, lovely husband is he likes to sleep in a little on Saturdays and Sundays. And so I don't know if that plays a part in the rest of the day and the decisions and habits and whatever. But if you were not my husband and you were just one of my customers, I would say stop sleeping in on Saturday and Sunday. And then maybe you'll make better choices the rest of the day. So pretend you're one of my customers and not my husband, because I received that lovingly. But yeah, that's one thing that maybe you could try differently. And it doesn't have to be 4:30 a.m. on Sunday, right? But still just intentionally waking up before the kids to start your day on the right foot. So
yeah. Thank you.
You're awesome. I love you.
Love you too.
All right, we've got like 5 more minutes, but I've loved this. This has been great. So I'm glad I didn't have any thoughts for what to share with you guys today, because clearly this is what's more important. So anybody else have a win question?
So my struggles have kind of already been talked about. I've been not great about getting my veggies. But you know, we've kind of talked about that and getting your water in and all of that good stuff. But I do have a win. So I've been very consistent over the past like month and a half of working out, which has been very exciting because I have not been very consistent in the past. And so that's kind of my win over this last week. I worked out every single day. And so I'm proud of myself for that. But yeah, that's my win for the week anyway.
That's so good. Are you still doing MM100?
I am. I'm on day 35.
Sweet. Ah, you're amazing. Good for you. I'm so proud of you. And one thing that really helps me when I'm in like a veggie rut is to go stalk Alana or to relook at the recipes. And there's so many. Like if you look at To Be Mindset, the recipes there, or if you have Body and looking at To Be Mindset, there's more recipes on there. Or if you look at the Beachbody blog, there's more recipes on there, right? If you pull out your, I don't know if you have it, I don't know, I think they stopped sending it, but like there's a To Be Mindset specific recipe book, but I know it comes with a guide to nutrition. So I'm pretty sure there's like recipes in there that are to be-ified or whatever, and even Pinterest, like literally Pinterest, right? But if I just look up, because for me, if I'm in a veggie rut, it's because I'm sticking to my baby carrots, my grape tomatoes, my salad kits, and I'm just over it, right? Like I'm just over it. But if I switch it up and like try turnip fries and try it a different way or with a different dip, it took me like making turnip fries like 3 different times to find a way that I'm like, no, like that's good. And Blake still doesn't like it, and my kids think they're disgusting, but I actually do like them. So like making turnip fries, or I saw in the To Be Pregnant one that Alana posted a recipe for mushroom pizza bites. So I haven't looked at it yet, but I'm just guessing I think it's like in a cupcake tin. Like you just put mushrooms and you kind of take out the like stem part, but you just fill it with marinara sauce and cheese, and you just have these like mushroom pizza bites, right? But just getting more creative. And like my sister made us cauliflower nachos, and it was literally just like frozen bags of cauliflower she dumped on a tray, and she put all the things that you love on nachos, you know, like a seasoning, like a taco seasoning type thing she like made some ground beef and put that on it with like cheese and like queso and whatever you like on nachos, like put it all over cauliflower, and, you know, making your vegetables taste delicious. And I know like Alana says that all the time, and you probably hear me say that all the time, but sometimes I think we think like To Be Mindset has to be, here's my raw carrot, or here's my celery, I'm eating my veggies most, right? Like, but it's good when you have Alfredo sauce with spaghetti squash, right? Or meatballs and marinara sauce over zoodles, or, you know, whatever that looks like for you. But really, truly, I can't even taste that I'm having so many vegetables right now, because my dish has so many flavors and it hides it so well, versus I'm eating my raw pea pod. Yay, right?
Yeah. And I totally think that's where I'm at right now, is just getting creative and doing something different besides the vegetables I have been eating.
Yeah. And butter for the win. Seriously. When I get really bored, it's like, okay, I'm just going to add some butter and some cheese to this, and it's going to taste so much better. So anyways, yeah. And honey Blake is the one who taught me the secret magic of honey. It makes your vegetables sweet and delightful. So anyways, okay. All right, my friends. Well, we are out of time, but this was awesome. So thank you. And yes, Brenda said garlic salt is great on veggies as well. And so is everything but the bagel seasoning. That's another one that like salt, pepper, everything but the bagel seasoning, and cheese and hot sauce. Those are like my go-tos, with just like those frozen bags of veggies that I was telling Paige about. That I can have a whole big old bowl of broccoli and cover it in a little bit of cheese and spices, and it's delightful, right? So love it. Okay, my recording friends, I love you. I hope this was helpful for you. I know it was helpful and good for me. I took some notes. And if you're on live, stay on live for just a sec and we'll take a picture.